Hi, Cancer. This is Jeffrey. This is Ripecolor. This is your reading for the week of December 18th through the 25th. Please like, subscribe, share. I'm fixing everything up. Please subscribe, share, comment, press the bell for notifications. Please become a member. Membership allows you to watch these videos commercial free. Okay. So my message for the collector was let the light in, open your heart. So, but there's something that's not clear. There's something that's not clear. Um, I've had an issue with my computer. I don't know if it's clear, if it's not clear. I just don't know. I Windexed it and all that. And also before this, I started watching something, and I was like, you have to be really careful what you like the perception that you allow in, right? It's really important. It's really important to open your mind to new ways of looking at things. So that's my little mini message. I don't like the way this shirt looks. I'm not going to change it, but I don't like the way it looks. It's so much more comfortable when I keep it like this. All right. Okay. So that's your little mini message. And let's get to the reading. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So we start with the Ten of Swords, which is like I've decided to give up that way of thinking. Can't make it up. And then I have the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, he's he's a king, so kings have knowledge. And the King of Pentacles knows how to make money, knows how to be secure, knows how to run a business. Um, he knows the ins and outs of things. And he knows things that are practical, things that are practical in this plane, on this plane. So sometimes I see things or you see things in a certain way, and it's like, well, is it practical? Does it really make sense? If does it make sense? I know I still haven't taken the price off. It's not even a price; it's a barcode. I don't even know how much I paid for it. And then I have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is really interesting. The Six of Swords is going from turbulence into calm water. And I think that's what the perception, you know, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I don't have a television or anything like that. And if you look at the thumbnails for a lot of the stuff that comes up, it's all this doom and gloom, and it comes at you from a sense of fear, and it comes at you from a sense of you have to watch this, and the world's coming to an end, all that. And I think if we fill our minds with that, I used to talk about it a lot when I was in New York, because in New York on the subway platforms they have a lot of advertising on the platform. While you're waiting for the train, like every 5 feet there's another advertisement for a movie or whatever. And it was always about vampires and dragons and aliens coming and eating us, and all that. And it's like I have to be aware and awake as to where my perception is going and what I'm filling my mind with, because that's going to affect my thinking. So it's about going from turbulence into calm water. And it's almost like sometimes you're on the seesaw of, well, should I think of it negatively? Should I think of it positively? Should I think of it negatively? Should I think of it positively? And I think this is about perseverance. I know it's about perseverance of thought. So it's like if you see a lovely outcome, or a good thing happening, and then that other thought comes in, it's like, oh, well, it's not going to work out, whatever. It's like persevere with the positive. All right. Yeah. Drop the burden. Another 10. So it's really the end of something. Yeah, because you're going to be driving yourself crazy otherwise. And this is really like, this is the energy of putting yourself in bondage and mentally, of, not maybe seeing, not allowing yourself, because she's blindfolded, not allowing yourself to see things maybe not even positively, but in a more open-minded manner, because she's very closed. She's very closed. But it's she got into that position, I feel, because of paying attention to a lot of things on the outside. Oh, what's going to happen with this one and that one? It's a lot of gossip and a lot of negativity and and it's really important to unplug. It's super important to unplug and to do things and watch things that make you feel good. So today, I went to the park again. I went yesterday and I went today, and I just sat with the trees. I just sat with the trees, and and let the comfort of it, infiltrate me, because I've been having a little mental thing going on myself. Yeah, it's so interesting. Take your thoughts, not somebody else's. Trust your own thoughts and your own um, perception. And well, somebody said it on the internet, so it must be true. Oh, they said it on the news, so it must be true. My friend from up the street said, yeah, and then you can live in the garden in flow and abundance and creativity. You know, maybe put that energy into something creative, put that energy into something that makes you feel comfortable. The Empress is about comfort. She's about love. She's about comfort. She's about abundance. She's about fertility. So it's like, well, what am I going to do with myself if I don't sit around and like take in other people's opinions? Well, you can make Christmas cards or Hanukkah cards. You can bake. You can plant flowers. I know it's winter in the United States and most people are buy some house plants, knit, cook. Yeah, this is really foundational. It's foundational. It's foundational because honestly, our perception, and I'm really beginning, you hear all this stuff but I'm really beginning to understand that whatever I'm really vibrating is really what I bring into my reality. And if I'm vibrating fear, then I bring in fear. If I vibrate blah, 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 if I vibrate kindness, then I bring in kindness. If I, whatever. So this is really foundational. And it feels like it's time to build a foundation somewhere else. I think that's what this is about too, right? They're leaving their land and they're going somewhere else. Yeah, it's really about building it in a state of hope and of positive outcomes, and not keep on feeding the ugly beast, so to speak. Yeah, listen to yourself. So that the King of Cups is such an interesting card. He's the king of compassion, and the the energy for me of the King of Cups is that he's the great listener of the whole deck. He's the great listener. But I always get, listen to your own inner guidance. Listen to yourself. You know, well, I followed this one's lead. Oh, the person at this and this store said, it's sort of like, you go and you ask somebody at a store, well, what's the best product to buy for this, for whatever I want to do. And sometimes you realize they don't know what they're talking about. Or sometimes you realize, they're not really telling the truth. But you have to follow your own, your own guidance, your own intuition. Because the more you follow it, the stronger it gets, and you're Cancer. So this is a tool that you could be really good at. You could be really, really good at. And the more you practice it, the stronger it gets. It's as simple as that. Whatever you do, like, how do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. How do you get to be a better cook? You keep on cooking. How do you get to be a better painter? You paint more and more and more. How do you, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So listen to, like, the comforting voice. Listen to the Empress inside of you, the one who wants to be comfortable and fruitful and abundant and creative. And let that lead you, and fill your mind with that. Oh, I'm going to make something beautiful today. Oh, I'm going to make something beautiful today. And maybe the first time you make it, it's not as beautiful as it is, that as you wanted it to be, but, you'll get better and better. I used to watch that. They don't have it on Netflix anymore. Maybe they do, and I don't know. I'm going to give up Netflix because I never use it. But they used to have the Great British Baking Show. Is that what it was called? And I was so blown away with the talent that these home bakers had. I was so blown away with how beautiful and how well thought out, and how I was blown away. I was blown away with the talent that these people have. I really was. But, they have a passion for it. They kept on practicing. They got better and better. They understood the spices more. They understood the recipes more. And they also understood, how to decorate it. It didn't just happen overnight, right? It didn't just happen overnight. So I feel like there's a space now of really allowing yourself to listen to your own instinct. And that really is, that becomes the new core, because the other foundation is not working. That's what I get for you. Really interesting. All right. A change in the end of a way of thinking. And then realizing that all about security and stability, going to a safer place in your mind, using your thoughts, not somebody else's, releasing yourself from the bondage of negative thinking, dropping that burden, getting into something creative and fruitful and abundant and comforting as a new foundation, because the old foundation isn't working, and listening very intently to yourself and to your intuition and to your dreams. It's a nice reading, actually. It's a really nice reading. All right. I started these at 8 o'clock at night, and I'm hoping to get through all 12 signs tonight. That's why I'm drinking coffee. Because I want to get to the January readings also. All right. And please check out my 2023 for, your sign, your rising, your best friend, whatever. Blessings.